Hello, YouTube. We are live, finally live. I had a feeling there was going to be some awful problems as I had earlier trying to actually get this stuff to work on my video software. So I now know now that I need a splitter for HDMI splitter, effectively. Very, very annoyed. I should have tried it out before. Very unprofessional. But anyway, let's see what happens. I've ordered one. My amazing wife has ordered me one. It will be here tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get it to work, and I can actually get this stuff on the screen. So just a bit of housekeeping here. I will be looking off to my right, because that's where my main screen is. I have a helper with me who I will introduce in a minute. And I have some people that have pre-selected some wrestlers already, and we already have some people in the chat. So let's have a look. We've got Stu, Tooty UK, hello. We got the Retro Bear, and we have got Feed Me Chicken. So guys, I was trying to get the vignette video processed just before this, and unfortunately I couldn't do it. But I want to thank you guys, particularly Tooty UK and Feed Me Chicken in the comments, for taking the time to record videos again. So got Rudy Suzuki. I always get your name wrong, mate. Thanks for joining us again. It's great to see you again. And there's still space, Rudy, if you want to take the last selection, the last space. So let me know in the comments if you want to do it. So anyway, guys, this is the game that we're using. It's not WWE 2K15, it's 2K14, because that was another thing I got wrong. So just to round things off. But speaking of things that go wrong, will things go wrong in Freeze here as I add to the stream my co-host Rob? How are you doing, Rob?
You introduced me as speaking of things that go wrong. Thinking of things that go wrong, Rob.
I was thinking on my feet there, Rob. So anyway.
Thinking of horrific accidents and mistakes.
Horrific accident, and you know it's always a risk. It's live. Let's see what happens. And again, you know what, Rob? I'm going to cut you a bit of slack here. You were not the third thing to go wrong. I was supposed to put my headphones on for a better microphone. So if you just do a funny dance, I will just reach for my headphones.
Yeah. Where were you in rehearsal, Sean? Where were you? You said don't need it. Don't need it, Rob.
Yeah, no need. I can do it all in one take.
One take pro. That's me. That's me, Rob.
Right.
When you fail to prepare, Sean.
Hopefully. Very, very unprofessional.
Honestly, would you buy a house from this man?
Anyone hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I've completely messed it up straight away, haven't I? So, you know what?
I can't hear you, Sean. What's that? No. You're on mute.
There we go.
There we go.
I don't know what the sound quality is like, but we'll grin and bear it. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We've got some people in the comments. So what we're going to do is we are going to crack on. So the social media Royal Rumble is on the 25th, which I believe is a Friday, I believe.
Thursday.
That's why you're here, Rob. Well done. So I've only got a calendar right to the side of me here, so let's go. So, anyway, so there'll be plenty of sort of thumbnails coming up for that video, so you can watch it. We're aiming to do the Rumble live. By then, I'll have all the bits and bobs so we can get this thing going. So how it's going to work in a minute? We are going to get. I can see someone that's already joined us in the. Yeah, someone's already joined us in the comments. In the waiting room to come on for their selection. So I won't spoil who that is, but yes, you're the only one there at the moment. So if someone's joined the chat room, yeah, thumbs up. He knows who it is. So anyway, without further ado, guys, what we're going to do, I'm just going to double check the comments on the last video to make sure no one else has made any selections. I don't think there has been.
So while you're doing that, Sean, I'll just explain my drinking game, which is I've got a prompt here, just a little accessory for the evening, and I thought the word if I have a drinking game, so every time someone says the word wrestler, perhaps that might be a way of sprucing up this evening of light admin. Because I'm sure that won't come up very much tonight. So.
You remember what I was saying about things that go wrong. So
your admin getting blind drunk and collapsing during the video.
I think that's pretty bad. Okay, I've checked the audio. The audio's okay, so I'm good with that. Right. So Rob, every time someone says wrestler, you're going to drink. Okay, is that how it works? There we go. Right.
That's right. Sure.
So let's move on to the first person in the selections, and I don't think he's in the comments. So we get our first random selection. Then we can get our first guest in. So by the way, guys, if anyone wants to join, like the other person has, I have put a link in the top of the stream. If you want to, hit that link, put it in, and then you can be in the waiting room, ready to come on for your selection. So the first person is the social media champion. He is the champion. He gets to go first. So that is the dreaded Shredder. He hasn't told me who he wants to select. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a random selection, guys. I think what we'll do is, we're just going to do one. We're not going to press it twice. So whoever it comes out as will be the dreaded Shredder's first, will be his wrestler. So on 3, 2, 1. Okay. So David Otunga is the dreaded Shredder's choice. So our first entrant into the Royal Rumble. If anyone's watched the previous video I put up earlier, the quick live stream I did, this roster is packed with absolute legendary wrestlers. You've got people like Andre the Giant, John Studd, Bret Hart, Diesel, 2 Hulk Hogans, Retro Kane, who else? Razor Ramon, Ric Flair, Vince McMahon. In fact, let's just get Vince on the screen, because you can never get enough of end of 90s, early 2000s Vince McMahon. So anyway, David Otunga has been selected by the wrestling gods. So we have our first entrance. So let's just catch up on the comments before we get our next person in. Before I get our first person in. Let's have a look. Can't hear you now, mate. Hopefully we sorted that. So sound is fine. That's all good. We got RODGY Retro Gamer in. Gibb 84 Gaming. Retro Bear, obviously. We spoke to him. So Rob, you seen the comment?
Ah!
They've got you already. So okay. Who else have we got in there? We got Retro Ed, even all. Thanks, Ed, for your vignette you sent over. Much appreciated. We've got Buttercup in. That's Rodgy's partner. He's going off to recharge. Then we got Retro Bear still commenting here. And let's have a look. Cactus Jack was a choice. No, Cactus Jack, he might be a choice, actually.
Right.
Mick Foley is, but he's in the Cactus get up. So let me know, Rudy, if you want to take him. So anyway, without further ado, let's get in selection number 2. I'm just making sure he's happy. He looks like he's all right. So without further ado, let's get in. Feed me chicken. How are you doing, Mr. Chicken?
It was me, Sean. It was me all along.
How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad, mate. Thank you for your vignette.
You're welcome.
As entertaining as always, and a lot shorter this time. I remember you sent me like a 4-minute one last time. So yeah.
Well, you know what? This time I'm making sure that I make short work of all the wrestlers that are about to go over that top rope. Because
that's good. You've had that rehearsed.
Yeah.
So
these wrestlers do not stand a clucking chance. Dare I say, they have no chance in hell.
Anyone that's not seen, I've got one thing I've been meaning to ask you, Feed Me Chicken, right? Every time you do like a vignette or a video, you get through an awful lot of chicken. Now, do you purposely cook all that stuff just for that video, or do you do a batch of videos after you've got that chicken in front of you? Anyone that doesn't know what I mean, go back and watch the vignette video, because big plate of chicken in front of him. So what happens? Someone tags you in a video, you want to put some chicken in it. do you just basically do a load of video responses with one plate in front of you, or do you cook lots of chicken on separate occasions?
Oh no, the chicken gets eaten. The chicken gets eaten. This is no hack. This is real life. If I'm gonna do something, it's all in or all out. The chicken gets munched. I dominate that chicken like I dominate the wrestlers in this Royal Rumble that is coming up.
To be fair, Sean, his name is Feed Me Chicken. You know, it's as clear as that. He's told you the name.
Well, anyway, Feed Me Chicken, put us out of our misery. Who are you going to go for? Who is going to be the second entrant and the winner of the Royal Rumble?
Well, I think, hold on, I've got to do it like this. You've got no chance. You got no chance in hell.
He's already on the screen.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and I am the winner of the social media Royal Rumble 2024. I own every wrestler, and they're going over that top rope. Believe me, clucking right, it was me.
I thought that was going to go on for 4 minutes then.
Yeah.
Very, very good, Feed Me Chicken. Very, very good. So Vincent Kennedy McMahon from Greenwich, Connecticut is the second entrant into the Rumble. So I think that's a strong choice. Vince on this is 81 rated. That's not a bad rating.
Ooh, not bad.
But the Rumble, he's the boss. He's paying the checks, guys. There's going to be assistance to this guy in the Rumble. So let's see what happens. But
well,
yeah, so we've got our second entrant.
Anyone who tries to eliminate me, you're fired.
I just want to pull that Stone Cold Steve Austin gun out with the bang that comes out with the. We got to try that. So we have our second entrance, and that's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Let's check out some of the content. Let's check out some of the comments here. So we've got Vince McChicken. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So Feed Me Chicken, always been great with the gags. Feed Me Chicken for the win. And that's coming from a fellow participant there. So we've got Gunardino plays evening all. He's in the Rumble as well. Picks a bit later. And we've got Hi Rob to not you, Rob. Gunardino.
I don't know where that's going.
So it is entirely up to you. If you want to stick around with Feed Me Chicken, you are more than welcome. We have got our next.
I'm going to steal the limelight in the Royal Rumble when I eliminate all of these other wrestlers. So good luck to all the other wrestlers that take part tonight.
I just want to say, 13 minutes into this video, I've had to open a second can. 13 minutes in.
You're welcome.
Very good. Thank you very much, Feed Me Chicken, and all the best, mate. Take care, mate. See you later. Brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. I love Feed Me Chicken. It's such a brilliant channel. But it's what I love about YouTube. We get more people on to make their selections. People will go and check out more channels and stuff. So anyway, let's go just back to the comments just before we make the next selection. So no, there is no Jeff Hardy, Rob. I'm sorry on this one. I did think of you because I remember you wanted Jeff Hardy on the last one when you got Matt Hardy on the last one. But anyway,
is he in rehab during this game? Is that's where he is?
Possibly. But I think he was in TNA. I think this was the moment when he was.
Is there an unlockable? Can you unlock him and it shows him like a sub game of like a rehab game of him like in rehab? You've got to break the window to get out of the
ring.
ring.
You need to walk to the ring. You know,
run down the driveway.
Do you remember on
like GTA kind of carjacking?
The drunk mode. Do you remember the drunk mode on GTA when you had to walk to the car and it was like it was always moving side to side
to get there?
Anyway, but. Cool. Right. So the next one is, I don't think he's in the chat at all. So we might have to do a random selection. It's Big Game Al. Big Game Al, big character, obviously, in the retro gaming community. So our third selection, he's going to get a random selection. Just so it's always fair, let's go back to Alberto Del Rio.
Big Game Al.
You ready? On 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's got John Cena. 95 rated John Cena. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Big Game Al was struck lucky. I think he's actually he's the highest rated on the game. So Big Game Al has got John Cena in the Rumble. So our next participant, another person that that kindly did a vignette, and that was Gull Payne. So Gull provided an absolutely brilliant WCW Nitro vignette. I urge you all to go back and look at the vignettes if you've not seen it yet. There were some crackers on there. In fact, I'll find the link to the video in a minute and post it. But yes, so Gull Payne provided me a vignette as well. So what we're going to do, I'm just looking through because I swear he gave me a list of wrestlers. Maybe not. No, I don't think he did. Okay, well, don't worry. Anyway, what we'll do is we will do a random one for Gull, and we'll go from there. So on 1, 2, 3. Oh, I said let's do it again. Who was it? I said I was going to go back to Alberto Del Rio for everyone. I've done that for everyone else. So, but the worst thing is I told Rob that I was going to select this guy if he was available. So I've now got to let him go. So I can't do that. So no, okay. Ted DiBiase has gone to Gull Payne. So I was literally saying to Rob, the people I was going to select and he was mine, but it would be a fix if I went. Actually, we're going to restart.
He's such a great choice, Sean. He's a man's man. He's a man's man, and he knows it.
He's probably richer than Vince as well.
He's like a 1970s, Burt Reynolds. He looks like a man who could, he's handy around the house, good in the garden, good at wooing the ladies, great in a car chase.
That suit he's in there, and also he used to have Virgil, very very politically incorrect sidekick. I don't know if you remember Virgil, but I think everyone must remember Virgil.
He like the black guy who used to go around by him or something.
That's it, yeah. And he used to basically make him carry his bags and stuff. It was uncomfortable to watch even back then. But well. So anyway, Gull Payne has taken Ted DiBiase. And I think that's the fourth. So I've just posted a link to the vignette video. If people haven't seen it, do go check it out. It's the last comment on there, just there. So go back and watch it. There's some brilliant ones on there. So let's catch up on some comments. We've got a Retro Bear thinks it's a fix that John Cena has gone to Big Game Al. I can sort of see that. I think Al's gonna be pretty happy with his pick. So yeah, I can see the logic in that. Russ, I can see that. So we've got some Big Game Out. What's Heath Slater? I heard. That's sabotage. Should have been the Big Show, I think. Hornswoggle is on it. I think he's a manager on this, but I don't think you can use him. But anyway. So we've got Gull Payne then. So Gull Payne has got Ted DiBiase. So the next person in, we have got Dylan's just arrived. Nice to see you, mate. You're picking number 26. So you got a bit of a wait, unfortunately, Dylan. But thanks for joining me, mate. Hope you're keeping well. So the next person to pick is the Ink Northerner. Now I haven't had a comment from the Ink Northerner either. So as Ted DiBiase was the last picked, he can't be picked again. So let's pick from Ted DiBiase, a random selection. So let's go for the Ink Northerner. He is going to be Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio has gone. That's a good selection. He's rated 90 on this. In one of the Rumbles, I'll let people into it. I did simulate a Rumble last night to make sure that it all worked okay and my PS3 didn't keep crashing. And Rey Mysterio won. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. So the next person that we've got, so sorry, Ink Northerner has got Rey Mysterio. So I don't know if Stu is still in the comments. He was earlier, but I don't think he's going to care either way who we put him as. So what I will do, just because is Retro Ed still in the comments as well? Because I've got two people that were in the comments He's still here. So Stu, who do you fancy, mate? Who do you fancy for your wrestler selection? Just pop it in there. Throw a few names out there. Bret the Hitman Hart. So Bret Hart has gone to Stu, Tooty UK. He has gone to Stu. So good selection. He was going to be my second one I would have gone for. So Bret Hart is the entrant for Tooty UK. Thanks very much, mate. So we have got Big Daddy on the cards. No, he isn't, but there is Big Daddy called Diesel. Sort of like the cheap Mexican rip-off equivalent. So so who knows down the line if he's still available for you, Dylan, who knows, mate. So okay. Retro Edge. Retro Edge is number 7 and he's asked for a random selection. So what I'm gonna do is go back to Bret Hart. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Titus O'Neil, 85 rated. Titus O'Neil. Retro Edge is Titus O'Neil. So we're already up 4. We've got thumbs up. He's very happy with the Titus O'Neil selection. So very, very happy. So we now come to entrance number 8. And I've got RODGY Retro Gamer. Now, Rob, I did say earlier who I have got it on the comments here to the side, but if you've got them to hand.
I've got one of them, which was Retro Triple H.
Was that his first selection, yeah?
That was his first selection.
Great. Okay. Let me just load up this video because I've got the other ones here. I'm pretty sure John Cena was one of them but he's put it in as well. Triple H Retro. My main choice. Here we go. Right. Let me just load up. Sorry, guys. I'm just loading up the last video because I had the comments on it and people said who they wanted. So, right, here we go. So, we have got Retro Triple H for RODGY Retro Gamer. Have I just gone past him?
Yeah.
I have. Retro Triple H for RODGY Retro Gamer.
Good choice. Strong choice.
That's a good choice. So he's 92 rated on the game. He did really well actually in the last one, in the one I simulated as well. So we have got next up we've got Buttercup. That's RODGY's other half. So she wanted CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, or The Rock. So we have CM Punk available. So we are going to give Buttercup CM Punk if I can find him. He is on here somewhere. Where is he? Oh.
He's busy losing in the UFC, Sean. He's
he was on it, wasn't he? He was on it. Must be on it.
By some actual fighters, and then he might be crawling back with his tail between his legs.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is.
And just to sort of rub the salt into the wounds even more, they put his music on the game. Unbelievable. So CM Punk has gone to Buttercup. And so we've got RODGY and Buttercup got both of their first selections, which is good. So got some more comments coming in. I'm glad that Titus O'Neil knows how to get to the ring. Oh, yeah, of course, because he's the guy that ran down to the ring and tripped under the ring apron, wasn't he, that time in the Royal Rumble? Yeah, it was. I do remember that. So we got some more comments coming in. Oh, my goodness. It's all going to kick off between RODGY and Feed Me Chicken. Very good, Russ. Very, very good, mate. Very, very good. Titus World Slide. That's what it's called, isn't it? Love it. Yeah. Urge anyone to go back and watch that if they've not watched that before. It's very funny when he's running down to the ring and basically slips and he knocks himself out on the ring apron. Very funny. Anyway. So our next selection as we move on. So we have just done number 9. It's number 10, and number 10 is
who is it? It's the guy with 2 thumbs. It's this guy.
It is. It is. You know what, Rob? You know what? I'm gonna let you do this. Ready? All right.
Oh, Sean, I don't like this. I'm over my head now. Sean, I take it all back. I'm a sidekick, Sean. Not a main man. I'm going to choose Sean. Well, I'll give you a clue. It's a man we both met. We met him at the same time. He looked like he was heavily medicated for the situation. He was a man who was past his prime, but in his prime was a hell of a charmer, Sean. Of course, I'm talking about the great Shawn Michaels. In the retro version, Sean is my pick. Retro Shawn Michaels, hell of a kick, hell of a dancer, hell of a charmer, the showman, entertainer. You know, occasionally a bit of a backstabber.
And then there's Shawn Michaels.
Of course, behind Sean is the other Shawn Michaels.
That's all good. That's all good. So Rob has gone for Shawn Michaels. Yeah, he was miserable that day, wasn't he? When we went to that.
He was out of it, Sean.
He was literally.
I felt like I could have slapped the man and he wouldn't have reacted.
He did not want to be there at all, did he? That's a man that literally gave absolutely zero. And again, I would get my signed pictures. They're up there. I've still got them, but
I didn't know you could phone it in person. But he showed me the way.
If they'd had Zoom back then, that's what would have happened. Just a monitor and someone faking his signature sitting there.
Yeah.
So cool. So Rob has gone for Shawn Michaels. So it's difficult because I was going to go for Bret Hart and I was going to go for Ted DiBiase. So I think I'm next anyway. That'll be all
you
good.
Are next, Sean.
You know what I'm going to select next? No. So it's actually me now. So this is I'm tempted to do a random selection, but who we got? Let's go for.
Pick someone, Sean. You'll sleep better at night. No, you've picked.
Gonna go for YOKOZUNA.
Yoko.
90. There's tactics here, guys. There's tactics. He's a big guy. He's going to struggle to be thrown out. Again, anyone that watched my video earlier today, he came out third in the Royal Rumble, and by the time he had gotten to the ring, the fourth person was coming out. So he loves a walk, this guy. So YOKOZUNA is my man. He's gonna do.
He's very safety conscious, Sean. He's extremely hard to kidnap. You know,
you're
no one's kidnapped him in a hurry.
One, to find a van, and two, to get him in it. I mean, it's but yeah. Anyway, so YOKOZUNA is my selection, and yeah, my wrestler. So he missed that. I'd said it twice, and he putting the drink down as I did it. So anyway, there's two swigs now, Rob. 2 swigs. So next one we have number 12, and that is Stuart Generation Pixel. I'm not too sure if he's in the comments here at all, but no, we haven't got anyone. We haven't got him in the comments. We've got there you go, Rob, just for you. Another one.
Yes.
So we've got some more comments coming up. Titus World Slide, that's where we got to last time. Feed me chicken. Sorry, Rob, sounds first. If I just put this comment up every now and again.
Dangerously dehydrated here. Feed me chicken. Dangerously dehydrated.
Yeah, well, that's, you know what, I can't. I'm not speaking for the YouTube world. They put it in comments, Rob. Don't make me go back to the comment where they wrote, wrestler. So don't. That's a comment. Don't worry, you didn't need to do that. That's fair. So anyway, our next selection is Stu Generation Pixel. Now he hasn't made a selection, so we are going to get to do another random. So we're going to go from YOKOZUNA, and it is going to be Heath Slater. So Heath Slater is representing Generation Pixel. As we move on to Gibb 84. Now I did see that Gordon put his selections at the top. Gordon, if you're still around, mate, if you wanna, he put the comment I was just alluding to, Rob. So
yes, one pressing big.
Oh, there he is. There we are. There's Gordon. So can we have? So we've got the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker. Oh, okay. I got this. So we've got Kane going to Gordon, So KANE is going to Gordon. So for so there's two versions of KANE. Two versions. We've got the really scary retro version there. Have you said retro version? Or we've got the slightly less intimidating one. The old one looks much better. So let me know who you want, Gordon, and I'll put you in for either one of those KANEs because neither of them have gone at the moment. So, but I'm proud to say Gordon's son is also taking part. Retro KANE. So we've got Retro KANE for Gibb 84 Gaming. He will be representing Gibb 84. So Retro KANE is in the Rumble. I'm proud to say that we've got Gordon's son Jay selecting, and he has selected, and I'll just had his comment up, the Undertaker. Oh, sorry, someone's comment came in, so I'm going to press that. So we have got the Undertaker in a crazy coat on this game, 93 rated on this game. KANE is 91 and 93. So
the did they only give you one version of Undertaker? There's got to be at least three.
So on the 30 years of WrestleMania, right, you've got to fight an Undertaker path, and I think 3 or 4 of these are the Undertaker through the years. So unfortunately, yeah, he's not on there. But so Gibb 84 Gaming, Gordon has got KANE, and his son Jay. Jay was an absolute superstar on Gordon's recent video. Absolutely loved the way he handled it, telling us about his Christmas gifts. So Jay is in the Rumble, and he has taken, not Triple H, he's taken the Undertaker. So the Undertaker is gone. We've got a good field. So Rob, give us a rundown of who's gone so far.
So we've got the Dreaded Shredder, who chose David Atuaga. I don't say his name. Atuaga. Had Feed Me Chicken, who took Vince McMahon. You had. We've also had John Cena's gone. That was to Big Game Owl. Number 4, we had Gull Payne, who chose Ted DiBiase. We had Inked Northerner, we had Rey Mysterio. We had Roddy Retro Gamer, who had Titus O'Neil. We had Buttercup, who, hang on, Retro Ed had Titus O'Neil. Roddy Retro Gamer had Retro Triple H. Buttercup had CM Punk. I went for Shawn Michaels. Shawn went for Yoko. I was going to say Yoko Ono then. YOKOZUNA. And a surprise entrance, Yoko Ono. YOKOZUNA. Generation Pixel went to Heath Slater. Gibb 84 went for KANE retro version, and Gibb 84 J went for the Undertaker. That's where we are at the moment. Sean, next is Retro Bear.
Retro Bear, and he's in the comments, Retro Bear. So Retro Bear dressed up last year's Rumble when he came on. So let's have a look. Was that a selection? No, he's gone, unfortunately, Ross. Here we go. Hollywood Hogan. Hogan. It's a great selection. Great selection. So Hollywood Hogan has gone. Every time I see that picture, it just takes me back to when he joined the NWO. It's just such a great time in wrestling when we were kids. So love it. So thanks, Russ, there for your selection, mate.
Cheers. What's depressing? So, people don't know what I'm doing. I've got heart surgery in about an hour.
Oh yeah, you wanted to get this done, didn't you? So you can head off. Yeah. Difficult life you lead, Rob. It's a stressful life. So number 16 we've got is Benny Hall Clinic, and he isn't in the comments, I don't think. So what we're going to do, is just do a random selection for Bill. 1, 2, 3.
Who is it?
Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is representing Bill at Benny Hall Clinic. You watch, he'll probably comment now. So there's already some mind games starting again. Ronaldinho plays, stirring the pot. Poor Russ. I'm just going to save those comments, I think, and then just stack them all up when I can literally just release them.
Finish me off at the end.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, so the next person that is to pick is Spud PJ, which is Rob's brother, Sam. So Sam is one of the co-contributors. I think it's fair enough if you want to pick Sam's, Rob, or we can do a random. It's completely up to you.
Oh, I'll enjoy picking. Talk me through the diva selection, Sean.
Actually, should we see if you can put that? There is a divas. Oh no, it's not, because it's a you wouldn't be able to put them in the Rumble, unfortunately. Should we give it a go?
No.
Let's have a look. Let's see if we can make a. I don't think you can. Such a good game, this. If anyone's got this in their collection. No, Divas isn't on now, unfortunately.
Is there any managers?
No, managers are shaded out as well. Downloaded superstars you can't even do anymore.
No.
So,
who's the lowest rating, Sean?
Lowest rating? Let's have a look, shall we? So it's going to be. We've got an 80. We're looking for a 79, aren't we, or someone like that?
Well, I mean, preferably under 50, but if...
Should we just not give him a selection?
Your selection is we left you out. So.
Okay. Well, we all know he's his favourite wrestler, Jinder Mahal.
Oh,
well, that's, you know, hasn't he got... Yeah, I think he's got a lot of signed Jinder Mahal merchandise, hasn't he?
I vaguely recall a lot of merchandise, a couple of tattoos.
He's definitely got that full wall poster, hasn't he, and the cardboard cutouts. So
and that time he changed his name as well. If I remember.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Of course. You're right.
Mahal, so
Jinder Mahal. Okay. So Sam Jinder Mahal Jarman. So he's so yes, Jinder Mahal is representing Spud PJ. So yes, number 17 is gone. So next person to select. Let's have a quick look at comments. Whereabouts were we? So we're at Russ. Still going off about the wrestler selection. Most overrated wrestler of all time. Yeah, that's he brings something to the industry, though, doesn't he? I mean, the guys are. I mean, how can you dress like this? I mean, and just someone look at that and go, "That's money," in the bright yellow and red hat.
I just see the money. If you knew actually running around and doing stuff, it was never that.
You can hear the pound coins hitting the floor.
But if it means selling a show, you know, and to be honest, I mean, these are circus folk we're talking about, really, Sean. It's all about putting people in the seats and selling the stuff, and he's like a salesman on wheels.
I tell you what, though, if you had a child and you took them to one of the wrestling events in the 90s, you would never lose them in a car park if they're wearing bright yellow shirts in the dark. So, you know, a very safety conscious wrestler, Hulk Hogan, always thinking about the kids, you know. So, anyway, let's move on.
Where you going with that, Sean?
I felt myself needed to move on. Yeah. Again, risky having Rob on the stream.
Bordering on slander.
Anyway, moving on. Number 18, Woodlin 37. Been a long time since I've seen a video from Woodlin, but I used to love his channel. He doesn't put anything up now. He's definitely not in the comments, though. So we're going to have to do a random selection, even though I think he told me what wrestler he wanted, but I can't remember who it was. I think he just said he wanted to enter the Rumble. Have I got the video up here? Let's have a look. Sorry, guys. Very unprofessional here. I'm pretty sure he just entered. I don't think he said what wrestler he actually wanted, but I would hate to actually miss out his selection. Right, here we go. It's loaded. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. No, it just get me entered, he said. So anyway, I'm looking on the previous one. So anyway, we are going to sim. Let's go back to who was the last one? Jinder Mahal, of course.
Yeah.
Sam would have shouted at me then, wouldn't he? So
Sam's safe.
I've got that. Yeah, ready? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a great selection. Randy Orton, 92 rated. Randy Orton, unreal. So great selection there by Woodland. I'm just looking back to make sure no one else has requested a wrestler on the previous. Don't think they have. I think we're okay. Right. Okay, we're good. We are good. So the next selection, that was number 18. So we're now going to PJ Venom, 1985. I know who he selected. He has gone for Sheamus. I love Sheamus it's such a great character. So the Celtic Warrior Sheamus is for PJ Venom 1985. I think they call him the White Shark as well. So yeah, PJ Venom is Sheamus. So he is number 19. So we've got Sheamus for that. So the next one is Gunaldinho Plays, number 20. We're coming down to the last 10 now. Let's just catch up on the comments, make sure we haven't missed anything.
I'll pour my drink as you get.
You're probably going to need it.
In anticipation.
You're probably going to need it. So it blows on the case. Lurking. Oh God. 10 wrestlers left, Rob. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. So anyway, the next selection is obviously Gunaldinho Plays. Now, he's banging on about Hogan there. Does that mean he's going to select Hulk Hogan? Let's see. Let's see who he's going to go. So we've got the yellow one left. Greatest hardcore match of all time with BRET. Oh, I totally agree with that. Mick Foley. So Mick Foley, it's technically the Mick Foley Cactus Jack because he's wearing the Cactus Jack shirt there. But so Mick Foley has gone to Gunaldinho Plays. Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate you making your selection, buddy. Do you
remember that scene when there was Triple H was having a feud with Mick Foley? Oh, it was with Mankind, and he was all beaten up. He said, I can't fight you at the next fight. Yeah, Mankind can't fight you. But Cactus Jack can. Pull on his clothes. He had the Cactus Jack. Yeah, and then when the crowd went mental, like, oh my God. I remember Triple H's face, like, no.
Wasn't that one when you entered the Royal Rumble 3 times? There's different characters. Dude Love, Cactus Jack, and Mankind.
I think that was different. It was a hardcore fight, I think, between Triple H and Cactus Jack. But yes, I think there might have been one when he came in with 3 personalities.
Yeah, I think he did. I think you're right.
Excellent.
I think you're right. Okay, so we are now coming up to selection number 21, and that is, I nearly said Ted instead of John. We got John Bunday in the comments until I thought I saw him. No, obviously not. So we are going to do a random selection for not Ted Bundy. We're going to do it for John Bunday. So anyway, all the way from Satellite Hookup. So we're going to do a random selection.
All the way beyond the grave.
Ryback. That's a great selection. 90 rated Ryback. So we got Ryback for John Bundy. Next one we have got is my laptop seems to have frozen up a bit. No, okay, so let's catch up with some comments just before. Great choice. That was obviously on the Jinder Mahal there, must have been. Right. He does live up to the chicken gimmick, feed me chicken. I will give him that, everything. Cactus Jack versus Triple H, Hell in a Cell career. Oh, of course it was. Yeah, that was a horrible bloody match. I do remember that. So we used to try and recreate that at Knowsley Road, didn't we, Rob? Off the fences.
We did. Yeah, that and I also remember he had a great fight. Was it a street fight versus Triple H?
That was at the Royal Rumble because I remember in the Rumble it was the ring was all stained. So it was that was on pins and stuff, wasn't it? All the
thumbtacks and a lot of barbed wire and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
brutal, but brilliant.
Night in Portsmouth, outside junglers. So anyway,
he's gone easy on him there.
He should have thrown him in the water, really.
Should take the stilettos and smacked him with it.
Just to finish him off.
That's what the birds do. Vicious.
So, right, next person to select is Flashback TNT. I did see he put a comment on the last video, which I still got open, by the way. So I will go to that. He hasn't selected anyone. So we're going to do a random selection for Flashback TNT. Someone else I'd love to see start making videos again. So this is number 22. Flashback TNT is Macho Man. Oh, man. What a selection. 93, Macho Man Randy Savage. Absolutely brilliant selection.
Is there only one version of Macho Man?
No, there is another one. But that was again, I didn't get a chance to unlock him, sadly. So yeah, that's the way it goes, unfortunately, with it corrupting. So so again, guys, if you're still to come in the selections, I'm gonna put the I'm going to re-show the link. If you guys want to come and jump in the live stream, feel free to go and hit this link, and then you'll go into the waiting room, and then I can bring you in for your next selections. So, so I've got Flashback TNT is in the comments. Oh, you've just missed it. If you're happy with that, I'll let you stick with it. But if you want to repick it, because technically we haven't moved on yet, so let me know if you are in the next sort of 20 seconds. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one, mate. So, but Macho Man's a great choice, I'd say. So, I'm sure he'll stick with that. So, next person to pick will be Retro Import Gamer. I haven't seen him in the comments. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do another random. Happy with the choice. So, he's happy with Macho Man. I'd be happy with Macho Man, to be honest. I completely forgot he was on the game. I think I might have selected him. But anyway. So we're going to do a random selection now for number 23, which is Retro Import Gamer. Brodus Clay, 86 rated. Not a bad one. He's a big guy as well. It's going to be difficult to get over the rope. So the next person to pick, number 24, another old name on YouTube. I haven't seen Ryan Shan for a long time. Used to absolutely love his content. So Ryan, if you are watching, mate, or catching up on this, you've do start to make more content, mate, because it'll be good to see you back on YouTube. We used to love your stuff. So number 24, he hasn't selected a wrestler. Ryan Shand is Tensai, 84 rated. Looks like he's been run over by a motorbike with the tattoos on his head. So, yes, Tensai. So we now move on to number 25, and that's Gashead Steve, another YouTuber that hardly makes videos. I watched a recent video when he picked up the old Ghostbusters Ecto car. Is it called the Ecto? I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. But anyway, yeah, recent pickup. I say recent. I think it was a few years ago now. But yeah, it was really good to watch that. I do love watching all those.
What was that shot? It was like one of the. It was a game, or was it a toy, or a? It
was a retro toy. It was old. I remember playing with it when I was a kid. So yeah, sort of seeing it. And it's just the sound it made when you took it out of the box. I was like, Jesus, right. That's man, it's so nostalgic. But we haven't actually done the comments for a little while before we move on. So let's have a look. Good choice. Where were we?
I remember. Do you remember when Ghostbusters came out? You could buy a ghost in a can.
Yes. Yes.
It was like a can of Coke, but it was empty. And on the outside it said Ghostbusters contains one ghost, do not open.
That's it. I remember. Yeah.
I think I brought one of them. I thought that is seriously creepy. Don't open it. Never open it. Because there's a ghost inside. It was just an overpriced can that was brilliantly marketed.
It was very clever. They used to market stuff really well because they had different like all those films at the time, they all had the same sort of thing. They all had a drink, they had a packet of crisps, they all had, you know, all these things. So yeah, it's funny how it works, isn't it? So Albert. Of course, he was Albert. That was the name. I was trying to think what he was called before that. So we've got
Tess and Albert, TNA, right?
Well, there's only 5 wrestlers left, Rob.
Thanks, feed me chicken.
So we now come to Gashead Steve. He was Tensai, so we selected. Did we select him Tensai? We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So next one is Dylan Hyper Trigger X. You are in the comment, mate. I've just the comment's just there.
Sorry, mate. If I got that wrong, so it wasn't Ryan Tensai?
Ryan, I thought was Brodus Clay, wasn't he?
I thought Retro Impact Gamer was Brodus Clay.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We'll move on. We'll move on anyway, because I can always go back and watch that one to get that right. So we'll recognise if they. So we're going to go on to Hyper Trigger X. I'm pretty sure Gashead Steve did pick. I'm pretty sure it was Tensai. But anyway, what we'll do is at the end we'll pick an additional wrestler at random, and if we missed off Gashead Steve, we'll assign that wrestler to Steve at the end. But I'm pretty sure Tensai was Gashead Steve. So next one is 26 Hyper Trigger X. Dylan, are you going to tell us what wrestler you want, or do you want a random? Let's just give him a few seconds to reply. Let's go through some of the comments. 5 wrestlers left. This one's already been read, Rob. You're fine.
This is the problem with drinking and opening this as well.
Oh, I've just seen someone join the waiting room. Someone who will be able to help me out with the figures, because he's got an amazing channel and covers an awful lot of really, really cool retro toys and figures and all that stuff. And he's our number 30, guys. He's our number 30. He entered during this stream. So thank you very much, mate. I can see you. Give us a wave. You know, you're the only one in the waiting room. So he's all good. There we go. He's good. It's definitely him. So best time I've spoken to him as well. I believe he's close to me as well. So it's in the name. So anyway. So number, did we do? No, so we're on Hyper Trigger X. He wants a random. We've got a random wrestler from Dylan, Hyper Trigger X. So I've no idea. So let's go. So 1, 2, 3. Bret Hart's gone. That would have been a great selection. That's the best duplicate we've had. You watch, there'll be another one now. Cliff Richard. So let me explain.
You didn't tell me he was available.
This was from the first. This was. Oh, I'm trying to select him now. Look. So I was going to use this game, the first one we did, Bury the Body, if you remember, from the first wrestling Royal Rumble video we made. So these were both on here, and then I decided this kept crashing, so I couldn't pass the PlayStation around. So some of my custom creations are already on here. So it's up to you if you want Cliff Richard.
I think you should go for Cliff. Personally, I'll be like this. I want Cliff. I want Cliff.
The thing is, right? Let me just level this with you. I just love the singer. So Cliff Richard managed to sneak in. I've just explained why he's on the game, but I wasn't even selecting the custom superstar tab. So literally, this guy's desperate. He's desperate to get in the Rumble, but I don't feel I can let him in because he's 100 rated. So guys, let me know in the comments. I think Dylan's happy to have him. I mean, Dylan, he's a cracking selection, mate. He's 100 rated. So I don't know whether it's unfair. I'll let the comments decide. Is he allowed to have Cliff Richard at 100 rated? Let me know. Guys, you've got to let me know before. So I'm happy to let Cliff in, but it's got to be Dylan if he wants to take Cliff Richard. I just love it when we're rattling off who it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, David Otunga, Bret Hart, CM Punk, Cliff Richard.
I must have stopped watching WWE at that time, Sean. I don't remember that period of time when Cliff Richard crossed over into WWE. I must have missed that episode of SmackDown when it came in.
Yeah, Cliff Richard's mean streak, or Rodgy's not happy. But at the moment, I'm going to give it another half a minute. Dylan looks like Cliff. Let him in. Okay, it's I'm nearly old enough to be him as well. So oh, okay. Cliff's in, guys. Cliff Richard's in the Rumble. Okay. It's gonna be so. I'm actually going to do his entrance now on this because he's going to come out some random.
When you said he was 100, Sean, do you mean his rating or his age?
No, he is actually 100 rated. Because the thing is, on here we made them all high rated so that the matches went on long enough. So what I'll do, I'll bring his stats down to the. I'll bring him down to 90. Okay, that's fair enough. All right, I'm not gonna let it in. So I'm not gonna let him in with 100. So it wasn't Cliff Richard in right. He would have been, but we'll come out. Oh, well, the SummerSlam. Whoever wins defends the title at SummerSlam, guys. So most random thing ever. Cliff was desperate to get in the Rumble. So anyway. Hyper Trigger X is Cliff Richard. So the next one is Retro Red Steve. I haven't seen Steve in the comments. In fact, I know he's working. So we're going to do a random for Retro Red Steve. Mark Henry. I still can't believe Cliff Richard came out. Yeah, so Mark Henry. So Mark Henry is Retro Red Steve, number 27. So we move on to number 28, and that is my Canadian cousin Brian. I did send Brian the link earlier to join the video, but he's not in the comments either. I was going to see if he wanted to come on, but he's not around. So anyway, Brian, I did get a list from you who you said you wanted, so I'm just going to bring it up. Let's have a look. So you wanted Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio's gone, so it's going to have to be. In fact, bear with me. Let me see if I can message him because.
Why are you doing that, Sean? I'm just imagining the tag team championships winners. That would be Mark Henry and Cliff Richards. It's a partnership made in heaven.
Some partnership.
It'd be like watching them, the interplay between the two. It would be like poetry in motion.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So we'll see. So I've just messaged Brian. He is hopefully going to jump on. So what we are going to do, we're going to move on to the next person because I really want to get Brian on because we've got someone else coming at number 30. But I think he's going to jump in the comments. So if Brian is watching, he'll jump in the comments. What I'm going to do is Sean's cousin. Just realised that must be me. That must be Brian. Is that Brian? It must be Sean's cousin. So, right, Brian, if that is you, if you're not lying, I think it is. So, go to this link here and come into the chat room. It's right at the top. So copy that in, and then you'll come into the waiting room, and we'll get you on. So it's right at the top. It's like the second comment. Keep scrolling to the top, copy it, and you'll be in the waiting room. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Harry X, which is Buttercup and Rodgy's son, Rodgy Retro Gamer. So I'm gonna go to the video comments because we did have some selections from them, Rob, didn't we, for Harry? And I seem to remember his one was it Harry X? Here we go. So John Cena has gone. That was one of his selections. John Cena was one of the selections. But Kofi Kingston was his second selection. And I think Kofi Kingston was already on him. Oh, that's random. So Kofi Kingston is in the Rumble. He's representing Harry X. He is Rodgy and Buttercup's son, who I believe is actually training to be a wrestler as well. So, yeah, well, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, eh? We might end up having a wrestler for the future. A future superstar on the social media Royal Rumble. So, should we go to number 30 whilst we're waiting for Brian to potentially turn up? I think we do that. What do you think? So, I was gonna I have got a wheel randomizer here, and I was going to use that if we didn't get a 30th entrant, but we don't need to, because I'm a long time subscriber to this guy, and it is Rudy Zazuz. Have I got your name wrong? I'm so sorry.
That is how you pronounce my name.
I'm not going to pretend I knew exactly what was how it was said. But you're from Portsmouth, aren't you? That area.
I am, yes. Southsea.
Southsea. Because you went to Vintage Toy Monster, didn't you, in one of your videos? And I was I drive past that so much. I was like, so put me out of my misery here. I was saying about the Ghostbusters cars, the Ecto 1. Ecto 1. I thought it was one. I thought it was one. I think I even said that.
And then it's Ecto 1A for Ghostbusters 2. With the satellite dish.
It's a slow idea day that day when they were naming for the second film. You know what? Let's just do that. So, Rudy, just give us a bit of description about your channel, mate. It's not a retro gaming channel, is it? Really? So, give us a little. Brief description.
I did one retro gaming video once when I talked about games that I was interested in. But my channel is all about toy collecting and nostalgia. So I will review and showcase vintage and modern toys and just nerd over anything that I'm passionate about, which is mostly the 1980s and 90s.
Nice. Well, I've got to admit, I absolutely love your content. So anyone that isn't subscribed to Rudy, if you love old toys and collectible toys, he's got an absolutely brilliant collection. And on YouTube, I've sort of drifted into different fields now where I watch a lot of different content. So I'd definitely go and check out Rudy if you're into that sort of stuff.
I've struggled to make a few videos this year. But
it's only the 10th?
Yeah.
12th?
I mean, last year. I made a couple in January, and then I changed job departments, and I thought, I'll have loads of time now. I ended up with less time, and then I did one video in the summer, and then I was just I guess I'm taking a break. But
everyone needs a break.
I'll be back in about a month's time because I've got tons of toys that I've bought over the last 3-4 months. So
very cool, mate. Well, I'm really glad you joined the stream, and are we going to be seeing more content from you?
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff.
And then me and you can do one.
Sorry, mate?
Me and you can do a video.
We did speak about that, didn't we? So, yeah, definitely. I think we should. I would love to go to Retro Toy Monster, Vintage Toy Monster. I've not been there. So, definitely be up for that. So, yeah, I think, definitely. We'll catch up, mate. Are you on Instagram as well?
I am.
Okay, I think I found you on Instagram, actually. That's how we were chatting, wasn't it? I think. So, anyway, we'll exchange numbers on there and we'll catch up soon. That'll be good. I'd love to meet you, mate. So, anyway, let's put everyone out of their misery. Who are you going to select? Well,
I've dipped in and out of the stream, but has Stone Cold Austin gone yet?
He hasn't gone.
Stone
Cold.
So I had two choices. So first was Stone Cold, because I feel like he could win, being that he's a dominant force. But because I am all things WCW early 90s, my backup plan was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
He hasn't gone either. So, yeah,
again,
Ricky
Slaughter, as a huge G.I. Joe fan, I would have gone for Slaughter, but he's dressed in the Iraqi sympathizer outfit, so that's a no. I need full American hero, not Iraqi sympathizer.
Well, Mr. Yellow's still available.
He's just a pure racist. I don't know if I can handle backing a racist.
Fair enough. Well,
I'm going 316.
Got to be. Excellent, Rudy. Well, in fact, he's 94 rated and he's the Legends roster, so he's very good. This is going to be a great Rumble, mate. So, yeah, Rudy, thanks so much for joining us, mate. And you are number 30.
When I saw there was a spot, I was like, I'm in.
Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't. So what will happen is these selections are just where people entered. So effectively, it doesn't. If you're number 30, Rudy's the last person. It doesn't matter. He won't be the last in. It's going to be random. But this is just how people sort of. So you can get you get your wrestler you wanted. So Rudy, thank you so much for joining me, mate. I'll definitely catch up with you on Instagram. But thanks for joining us, mate. And we'll catch up again at the Rumble. I'm going to try and see if people want to come in and actually be on the video when it's playing. So feel free to join us on that as well, mate.
Absolutely will do.
Nice one, mate. Take it easy. Thanks.
Bye, Rudy.
So, Rudy Suzuka.
It's nice to see another Portsmouthite, isn't it? Yeah.
It's very funny to sort of like, you know, actually find someone else from Portsmouth, and like just when he was going past the vintage Toy Monster and things like that, it was really weird because like he was saying, "Oh, I'm going here." So sometimes you're never sure if people are out and about actually looking in these shops or if they've travelled from far. But yeah, it's really good, and like I said, that's what I love about YouTube. There's so many different things that you can actually sort of get into. So anyway, Brian's just vanished, but anyway, I'm going to give him a few seconds to join again. So let's go. I'm still getting over Cliff Richard being picked. I'll be honest with you. But so we got to Cliff Richard being in the right to censor. Let's go from there. To come out in some holiday. There's gonna be some great ones. I would absolutely love it if he won. I'd love it if Cliff Richard won, and someone won a title for it. You know what I mean? It's just that would just make my day. Absolutely make my day. So we have got Gunaldinho plays. Can be Drew's replacement. There's Sean's cousin. So it's me, Brian. So I'm just waiting for Brian to turn up. I'm going to give him another few minutes. But hopefully, Harry said Kofi Kingston is a wrestler.
Oh, I will point out this is my third can. this is poorly thought through, Sean. To be honest,
it's not. Yeah, you came out with that very, very, very quickly. So at the beginning, I was taken aback by it. So let's no one.
You're a very naughty boy.
Love it. There you go, Rob. Number one. I've got a fourth can. I think a fourth can's on its way, mate. So, but let's go back to that. Transformers. I think it might be a play. Yeah. So, okay. Well, just while we're waiting for Brian.
Favorite ticket.
Yeah, that's right. Rudy has just confirmed that. So, I'm going to give Brian a few more seconds to join us. So, Rob, do you want to just recap the wrestlers so people know who is going to be in this Rumble? Because I've got to admit, it is. Some of the wrestlers that have come up are, you know.
I'll go through the wrestlers. So we've got David. Now, how do you say it? Atunga.
David Atunga.
David Atunga. Vince McMahon. John Cena. Ted DiBiase. Rey Mysterio. Bret the Hitman Hart. Titus O'Neil. Retro Triple H. CM Punk. Shawn Michaels. Yokozuna. Heath Slater. Retro Kane. Undertaker, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Zack Ryder. Let me see my own writing. Was it?
You've got to send me this in a minute.
I know. Is it Zane? What's his name? Zane Michael.
Zack Ryder.
No.
Okay, I can watch this back.
After Zack Ryder, who did we give to Sam? Oh, hang on. It was the chap we gave to Sam with the lowest score.
Oh, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. That's it. Jinder Mahal. Lovely. Ryan, Orton, Sheamus, Mick Foley, Ryback, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Brutus Clay, Tensei, Cliff Richard, Mark Henry, just casually sliding him in there. Kofi Kingston and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
it's a classic.
It's a classic matchup, well balanced.
It's the matchup everyone wanted: Cliff Richard versus Stone Cold. In fact, I think we should end the video off with Cliff on the screen, shouldn't we?
They've been talking a lot of trash for many years.
I gave him a bowl cut as well. So,
I didn't think it was never going to happen.
Well, it was very, very touch and go, but we finally made the match happen. So I've been speaking to Brian. He is just looking at a new house in -20, guys. He's my Canadian cousin, Brian. Love him to bits. Would love for him to have popped on, but not meant to be. They're just about to take the dog for a walk. So in -20, Jesus, that is crazy.
That's cold walking about.
I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do a random selection for Brian. So because he wanted Rey Mysterio. Who else did he say? He said Rey Mysterio. Or someone else with edgy and a personality. So let's come out of that. So yeah, well, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. He's gone. Undertaker. That would have been a solid selection, wouldn't it?
Edgy, no personality. But...
2 in a row. Ted DiBiase gone as well. Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, also gone.
Macho Man gone.
Gone.
Chris Jericho.
Plenty
of from that neck of the woods. I think he's from Winnipeg, isn't he? So Winnipeg, Manitoba, I think he's from. So anyway, so Brian is Chris Jericho in the Royal Rumble. So guys, that completes it. I hope you've enjoyed this babbling video. Thank you for sticking with us and going through everything. The social media Royal Rumble, like I said to Rudy when he was on, we are going to try and get as many people on to watch the video as it's playing to the side. So if you're interested in that, I'll post the link and then you guys can jump on and things like that. It's much in the same way as we did today. And yeah, it's all good, guys. So I just want to say thank you so much to Rob for joining me. It's a Friday night. Could have been doing anything else with his Friday night. But I've
been sitting on the sofa drinking beer anyway.
all he's doing different is speaking to a camera. So let's be honest. So yeah, I just want to thank Rob for his time and thank you guys for your time as well. We've had lots of people joining us in chat, dropping in and out as well. I've got to go through this with Rob, but I've got all these games behind me, and I bought a lot of games over the last few years that I really wanted to start playing with Rob via live stream and stuff like that. So I think over the next few years, mate, we'll try and pick out a few games that, you know, I was thinking things like, I don't know, like the games you're into. It's something different for me. It'll be good for me to play a different series and get used to it. Cool. So yeah, maybe you could pick out a PS3 or an Xbox game and we could play through it together, live stream it, do some stuff. You know, I've got so many games now that I actually want to start playing them. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I've been like that for a good few years now, so you can go back on my channel and hear me say that. So, so yeah, there's going to be plenty more content. There's going to be plenty more content coming from us in regards to live streams and things like that. So, anyway, guys, I just want to thank you for sticking with us. That concludes the draft for the wrestlers in the social media Royal Rumble 2024. The video is on the 25th, and we'll aim to do it probably for about 8:30. There'll be a video up. It'll be between 8:30 and 9. It'll start. I think the Rumbles on this tend to go on. So I've done 2 now. The Rumbles tend to go on between sort of 20 to 35 minutes. So it should be quite fun to do. So I want to thank you for watching, guys, and take care of yourselves. Please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.